welcome to my review of the BMW X1. As you can see here, that says courtesy vehicle. That's because my car is in for service. I actually own a 2011 335 diesel. So while that's in for service, and I can go into that in another video, I have this. This is the XDrive 28i. All that means is that it has a 2-liter turbocharged engine. It makes about, I think, 240 horsepower and 260 torque, pound-feet of torque. I'm going to start by looking around it, seeing how it looks. I personally think it looks terrible, but you know, that's opinions and all that. Let's go out to the back, and as you can see back here, all the weird angles. See how it goes, you know, kind of like inward, and then the lights kind of, I don't know, I just don't like the shape of this car. See the exhaust pipes down here. Wide World BMW, that's the dealership that it's right up the road, and that's the dealership I took my car to get serviced. Hopefully they fix it, and again, I'll go over that in another video, hopefully when I get my car back. From the other side, I'm just gonna keep walking. And yes, I know I'm using my helmet cam to do the video review. That's because I'm an avid motorcyclist. I'm actually not, well, I am into cars, but I don't drive them as much as I used to. I mostly use my motorcycle. Today would be a nice day, except that it's threatening to rain, overcast skies, which is okay. This is the worst angle of this car. You can see here, that's the kidney grills are all scrunched up. It looks like it's kind of like all there, and then the fog lights are right up there. They should be down there. I don't know. It just looks terrible in my opinion. But you know, that's the car. Has a few options. Obviously the XDrive is the option. That means it's 4-wheel drive. Let's see how it is on the inside. Before I step in, let me show you guys. This has a Sensatech, which is basically a leatherette seat. It actually is quite nice, to be honest with you. I like the Sensatech from BMWs. It's what they use in all their cars that don't have leather. I believe the 5 Series come only in leather. I could be wrong, but I think the new ones only come in leather. You can get the 3 Series, the X1, the X3. They can all come in Sensatech. That's the bottom end. As you can also see, this car is filthy. They gave it to me like that as a courtesy vehicle. They don't have clean ones, I guess. They have a lot of cars in service. First, I'll give you a little overview of the driver's seat. The steering wheel. I like the steering wheel a lot. It's in a lot of different BMWs. I love this accent right here, which the M Sport steering wheel does not have. This is the aluminum insert. It's cold to the touch, so I assume it's real aluminum or some kind of metal. This is plastic. Or is it aluminum? I don't know. I can't tell. Now the interior, if you're just looking at this right here, it's not bad. Not bad at all. It has a screen. There's the navigation here. That just locked all the doors, and that unlocked all the doors. This is the radio. This right here is basically on my 3 Series, which is the E90 3 Series, which is the previous generation. It's on the newer 3 Series, very similar setup. There's the Eco Pro mode. This is basically the garbage mode. It destroys the throttle response. It makes the car feel sluggish. It makes the car feel cheap. Don't ever press that button. Traction control off. Hill descent for some reason. I don't think why anybody would take this car off-road. It only has 7 inches of clearance. It's not bad, you know, this trim right here is not bad. It's, you know, this is not, it's kind of, yeah, it is soft touch, but it, you know, it's kind of feels cheap. It's alright. If you can see this thing here, this is like the worst cup holder design ever. Now, if you've ever owned BMWs, you know that they're known for terrible cup holder designs. I owned an E39 5 series. It was a 540i 6-speed manual, and those cup holders were basically made out of the flimsiest plastic ever. You could break them like that. You just take this off. This is, it's this terrible design. When you're sitting in the passenger seat, which I will do in a second, it intrudes on your space. iDrive, of course. This has navigation. Honestly, I like the iDrive. I just can't for the life of me understand why car manufacturers don't get into the Android game or the iPhone game, the Apple game. Let Apple or Android get in here, or Google get in here and design your system. It'd be so much better, so much easier. You don't have to pay for the development. They would they would use it for you. They would do it for you. The user experience would be a lot better. Right now I have an iPhone and an Android, but I have my Apple with me right now. Imagine just putting an iPhone here and controlling it with this or whatever voice command. Be a lot better than this nonsense. It's terrible. It has heated seats. Heated seats here work pretty well. Very similar to my 3 Series. Circulation, AC, all the stuff that you expect to see in a BMW. All right, so let's go to the back seat, see how that is. This is courtesy vehicle number 38. That's how they organized them there at this dealership. As you can see, first of all, just want to let you know, I am a short guy. I'm a 5'8". Not much to me, so I have plenty of room here to play with. If I was a 6-foot tall driver, I would be hurting for more space. You can see other reviews, like Alex Dykes on Autos. He's 6'3". He has a hard time getting in here. There's a lot of space for me here, and I can comfortably. Maybe I could even sit here. I think, even with my helmet on. Yep, I can sit here comfortably. Hello. I don't know if you can see me there. Yep. So, plenty of space. This is all the way back on its tracks. Let's see how I fit here. Ooh, it's tight. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All the way back on its tracks. So, I don't know who was sitting here. Oh, my fiance was sitting here. She hated that cup holder thing. That's what happened. That cup holder was bothering her. She put the seat all the way back. And I have hard trouble sitting back here. All right, let's get out of here. It's getting too crowded. Oh, my God. That's one thing I've noticed with this car. It's hard to get in and out of. And I'm a young guy, so I don't know. Alright, let's take a look at, this is gas. I think that's how it comes from factory. I'm not sure. But I don't think there's a gas cap. I think it's like a safety thing. All new BMWs have that, I assume. And the trunk. The dealership so kindly left these rags. Don't know what they use them for, but let them there. They have a little cargo thing here, and as you can see, it's not that much space. I mean, the reason you'd buy an SUV is for space, right? You want the space. That's what I would buy it for. But my friend owns a Honda Fit, and it's way more spacious than this thing. And yes, I will do a review of that Honda Fit. It's a 2007 Honda Fit. In blue. It's beautiful, but yeah, this thing doesn't have much space. It has a folding rear seats. You can do 60/40 or individually. This goes down and these two can stay. This could go down and these two could stay. So I mean, you can do a little pass through for skis. I guess if you ski, this car would be good, but you can also use the Fit for that, and it's a tiny car with less power and stuff, but we'll talk about that another time. All the numbers to call. These are the lights here, on or off. Now let's turn on the fog lights, see how those look. Why not, right? And they look okay. It's just way too high. And as you can see, this does not have a lighting package. This is the xenon lighting package, which if you buy a BMW, you have to get. You have to get the xenon lighting package. It looks awful without it. It's big halogen bulbs. It's just, it's not a good look for BMWs. It's not. Honestly, I'd rather buy an Acura MDX, or an RDX even, just for the look itself. I mean, we'll go for a drive in a bit, and it is a good drive, but for the look, look elsewhere. For fuel economy, it's been giving me, what is it, 21 miles to the gallon. Now I have been driving it very hard, but you know, and in all local roads, so you can forgive it. But let's go for a little drive. Let's see how it goes. Now it automatically locks all the doors when you go. It's a BMW thing, you can turn that off in here. This has the 8-speed automatic transmission, and since this is a 4-wheel drive version, it actually has hydraulic steering. The 2-wheel drive version, the XDrive X1, only has electric steering. So if you're gonna buy that, why are you cheaping out so much? Spend an extra $2 grand, get the XDrive. Come on, it's not worth it. So yeah, hydraulic steering. I guess it hurts the EPA rating by 1 mile per gallon. It's totally worth it. Turn the lights on. So this has automatic lights like many other BMWs. I think all of them have them now, all the new ones at least. It has automatic lights. If you see that, just put it auto. Leave it auto, on and off for the fog lights. There's a great Android app. I'll mention it now since I'm stuck behind this Mercury here. That called BMW What app. BM What app. I'll put a link to it in the description. I use that to program the vehicle. It's actually really good. It has some quirks. They're still developing it, but it's good. I like it a lot. You can program things like how many times you want the light to flash and all kinds of stuff. I'll make a review of that some other time. So we're on the highway here. I don't know if you guys can hear. It's the noise, the road noise is not too bad. Going 70 miles an hour here, going with the flow of traffic. Road noise, not bad at all. Not the quietest car, of course. I think my 3 Series is actually quieter than this. The sound deadening in this car is not that good. One thing I do have to say though, this sports activity vehicle, as BMW calls it, drives like a car. That's one thing that when I first drove the X5, like a 2002 or 2003 X5, long time ago, I drove that from New York to Chicago, and it drove like a car. I mean, that X5 was a big car, so I expected it to wallow and turn, like an Explorer does, or did. I haven't driven the new one. And when I got the X5, drives like a car. So that's one thing. If you'd like to have a big car, a big vehicle that drives like a small car, like a sedan, get an X5, get an X3, or an X1 if you don't mind the styling and the interior capacity. Let's be a bit of a hooligan here. So I'm going to put it into sport mode, automatic. So it has 8-speed automatic, like it's an M8. I'm going to put it into high gear and then press the gas pedal. The pickup, it's not bad. Just did 100 there. Very responsive gearbox. I love this gearbox. I wish it was in my 335. It's very responsive. So good. Stuck behind the line of cars. It's okay. Oh, look at Porsche. It's a nice Cayman there. So I have the pedal to the metal right now in 8th gear, and it's not much pickup. You do the same thing in 6th gear in my diesel. It's my diesel. You'll see it's barely below 1500 RPMs. You put the gas pedal down, the turbos kick in, and away you go. Not this one. This one you have to downshift a bit, which is absolutely fine because this is a gem of a gearbox. One thing I don't like about it is that you can't hear really much anything that's going on. And when you do hear, when it's at, look here, listen to this. You can barely hear it. You can't hear it with the wind noise. Anyway, I digress. It's one thing I want to mention before I finish this review. That's throttle response. This thing has okay throttle response in the higher rev ranges, but from like down low, you gotta put the boot in it. Yeah, whenever you accelerate from a stop, it's just it kind of like hesitates. It's like, oh, you sure you want to? You sure you want to accelerate? Yep, I want to accelerate. Come on, let's go. And that's the nature of the turbocharged four-cylinder engine. I think below 2,000 RPMs, it kind of struggles. So pedal to the metal. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's a response. Let's see. Little speed demon. You know, pedal to the metal here. Not touching anything. Letting it shift for itself. It doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't sound too bad at higher engine speeds. I made it up to 80 to, I don't know how fast I actually went. It will be in the video. But it did well. When it's little dips and little divots in the road, you feel everything. You know, it's not, if you want isolation from the road, this is not the car to be in. This is a very sports activity vehicle. So you just call it what it is. It's a crossover SUV. One thing I do like about it though is it's natively rear-wheel drive, and I'll show you that when I open the engine bay in a second. A lot of wind noise in this thing. Definitely not as refined as my 335D. And that's a sport package, 335D. So just keep that in mind if you're buying this vehicle. Sorry if I keep moving my head around. It's just force of habit when you're a regular motorcyclist like I am. You have to know where every car is at all times. You have to know what they're doing, why they're doing it, predict what they're going to do next. That's just the nature of the beast. A lot of wind noise in this car. I don't think you guys can hear it, but there's a lot of wind noise in this thing. It's not the quietest car. All things considered though, it's not bad to drive. It's great visibility back, great visibility to the left, to the right, big mirrors, or decent mirrors. Put the pedal, wait, there you go. There you go, it's going, yep, there's 60, yep, there's 60. So if you got the time running, you'll be able to tell what 0 to 60 is from a dig. Pretty sure there isn't launch control on this thing. Brakes are nice, and every BMW I've ever driven, the brakes are always nice. Privatized Gentleman's Club, oh yeah. You see that truck going sideways? I love that torque. Yeah, there it is. It's kind of a lag. You put the foot down, and it kind of like, oh, I don't want to go. Oh, okay, I'll go. This is lag. Oh, this guy's going pretty fast. Let's let him go. Little 200 over here. And there's the birds again. Let's take a little flyby again. Yeah, there it is. Nice birds. And he's got to do a couple more things and we're done. My first video on YouTube. Let's pop the hood. That's one thing I gotta get used to. So this is the new shift thing. It's not up and down, it's a button. You press P for park, down for drive, up for reverse. You gotta press with this thing, then left for the shifting. I don't know if I like it yet. I'm sure I can get used to it. Alright, let's take a look at this engine over here. So if you take a look here, this is the 4-cylinder. This is the same 4-cylinder found in the 3 Series, in the 5 Series. 7 Series does not offer the 4-cylinder, thank goodness. At least I don't think it does. I haven't built one on my website yet, so pretty sure it doesn't. If you can see there, that's the steering column. No? Like I said, it puts out 240 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque. It may put out more. It doesn't matter. It's stuck to an SUV kind of vehicle. There's a ton of room. You see that amount of room? That's because you can also put the 3-liter inline 6 in this, and that's quite a bit longer. You know, it sounds like garbage. My diesel sounds better than this. And it's a diesel. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, that sounds terrible. And let me sit in the passenger seat. I'll close this up because there's nothing really here to see. Ow! Yeah, it's not comfortable to get in. Just hit myself on this thing. You'd think for a big car, you know, you'd be able to get in easier. It might be the same or maybe worse than my 3 Series. Damn. Anyway, let's put this back. Yeah, look at that. The panoramic sunroof. That looks good. I like that. You guys can see that? I like that. That's handy. Does this open? Oh yeah, it does. Woo! Party over here. Anyway, it's cool. I like that a lot. That might be one of the few things that I do like about this car. Let's take a look at it from the back. And this is what I wanted to show you. This thing. See that? Take it out, throw it out the window. I would just be like, fuck that. That's what I would do if I was a passenger. Even the passengers here, oh, you have to like put your heads to the side. It's a nice sunroof, I'll tell you that. I'll give him that. Anyway, that's the end of my review. Hope you liked it, guys. This is Gato, over and out.